No problema. Hello, and welcome to the NASCAR Reddit Cup Series on NR Vision. We're at Mid-Ohio for today's race, for the running of the Mid-Ohio 100K. Should be an exciting one, the first road course stop on the season for NRCS. As always, I'm Hunter Rupp, joined by my co-broadcaster, Nick Borland. And, well, it should be an interesting one today. We've got times on the board. Practice is getting ready to end here. I believe we've got only a handful of minutes left in practice before we start. But one thing to look at going in, we have a lot of ringers, mainly Liam Tingley. We got Josh Lizaswain, who is not on the track right now. Another one, Alex Gonzalez. We got a few. So it should be an interesting one to see who can prevail on this road course here in Lexington, Ohio. Let's look at your track facts for today's race. It's the Mid-Ohio 100K, as I already said. It's a Mid-Ohio sports car course located in Lexington, Ohio. It's 2.4 miles long. It was built in 1962. The seating capacity is 12,000 with a 70,000 fan area. We got 26 laps, 62.4 miles, 100 kilometers to the dot. Race facts. It's a road course. That means consistency is key. And there's very tight corners, extremely tight corners. This is by far one of the most difficult road courses to get by, solely because of how much you have to brake and save those tires at the same time. Those rear tires are going to slide a lot today. And last thing, turn 13. It's a very, very sweeping left-hander. It's probably the best place for a passing zone. You want to set up a pass there if you're going to go anywhere for the pass. And, yeah. Now I think we're just waiting for the race to start. I mean, the qualifying session has begun. You see that beautiful field. See if we can get a little more of a, better angle. And, just grass. Looks like we're going to be stuck with that.
That is a beautiful field, though. Beautiful field.
Yeah. And the reason why I haven't heard anything from Borland is because it turns out I deafened myself on accident. So, yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Again, my co-commentator, Nick Borland.
How's it all going today? Such a fun road course that this series goes to. Look out for Josh Lizaswain, Liam Tingley. A lot of good drivers here today. A lot of good drivers.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some of the best racing on the schedule here at this race. We don't go to a whole lot of road courses. I think we only go to 2, maybe 3. Let me check the schedule here. Second. And I'm looking at the Google Doc here with the schedule, and it looks like we go here, Montreal, and that's it for the road courses. So kind of a one-of-a-kind stop here this season, for Season 4 of the NASCAR Reddit Cup Series. As we wait for times to go on the board here.
Course here for qualifying, you only get 1 lap, so you make sure you have to get this lap perfect.
Yeah.
No screw-ups, no mess-ups.
It is a very difficult course to get a consistent and fast lap. but it's what these drivers are going to have to do for 26 laps. Next race is Pocono. That should be a good race for a few people. And then Talladega, that's really like anybody's game. So these are some crucial races coming up here, and coming up the last 4 races before the throwback weekend. We got Mid-Ohio today, Pocono on June 14th. The 21st will be Talladega. 28th will be New Hampshire. Then we'll have the throwback weekend with Riverside, Darlington, and Trenton all in the same week.
Looks like we got our first times up on the board. Josh Lizaswain, a 124.630.
That is faster
Fastest
than
time.
what he. Yeah, that's faster than what he ran in practice. So he's got that thing dialed in for sure. Looks like Gonzalez also has set a lap here today.
Of course, you have Molina in the 22, saying a 126.674. Very good time. Liam falling back to 4th at the 127. So
Yeah,
he'll have some work to do to get up to the front.
yeah. I think Lizaswain might have the pole for that one. That is a great lap time. As we wait for more times to get in, you see Zachary Rains has set his lap. Looks like Giovannini, who I believe is making his first start here at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course today. But yeah, should be a very exciting one.
We do have 2 other racers who have not set a time yet. That would be Brennan German and then Jerry Cook. See if they can get laps in with 144 left in qualifying.
Hopefully they can. It would be a shame if they don't get to set a lap. Looks like Molina has gone to second on the board. And we got a pretty big gap between 4th and 5th here. You see Tingley with the 127, then right after that, Giovannini with a 131. I think we've got some incidents in qualifying here. But as it stands right now, Lizaswain pole sitter for today's race. Excuse me. As the drivers are getting the last call, but I believe we only have 8 drivers for tonight's race.
Oh, looks like you do get 2 qualifying laps here. Forget everything I said.
Yeah. Well, Gonzalez has improved his lap to
Gonzalez,
an L.
126, yeah. Liam moves up to P3. Molina falls back to 4th, so should be interesting.
And that lap time, I
Clearly,
believe, is official for Molina.
so it looks like we get the top 4, and then a huge gap between 4th and 5th.
Yeah.
At least 5 seconds, so very
Let's see if maybe one of them screwed up on their laps and can just get a better one here. But we only got a handful of seconds left in qualifying, and I think that will solidify your pole going to Joshua Lizaswain. I will go ahead and get him in the booth at number 54. Amsoil Toyota Camry looks hooked up this weekend. But as we're going to drag him into the booth here, Josh, you got a copy?
Yep, copy.
Very good pole for you. A dominating pole, as a matter of fact. Looked like about 2 seconds was the gap at the end of qualifying there. How do you feel about your chances of getting another win this week?
I like how the car feels. Like I'm very, I like the car, but my driving ability, I feel like I'm gonna over try and spin it most likely, like I always do.
Who do you think's going to be your best competition here for the win?
Either Liam or Alex, but I'd also watch that 22.
All right, well, good to know. Good luck in the race. Good pole, by the way.
Thank you.
All right. And that was the number 54, Joshua Lizaswain. We were talking about him being fast here, and he already goes out and set a lap 1.5 seconds faster than the field. These cars going in the very sharp right-hander. You see that 71 of Michele Giovannini getting dumped by the 36 Gonzalez. That's a possible passing zone depending on how you get up that hill. Can determine your whole entire run through that next corner. Another critical one as you're coming through. Let's see. 10 and
So I've
11.
heard from race control that we will be going to race in around 2.5 minutes. So just give these drivers a little extra practice. So we should be going to race very soon.
Looks like Brandon German finally got out on the track. Jerry Cook did not sit a lap either, but we have not seen him all of qualifying or practice.
And Cook is using a keyboard today, so should be very
It
interesting.
should be very interesting to see how he can do. And yeah. And I am back here. Let's go ahead and look at your starting lineup for today's race. Nick, do you want to take it over? Alright. Oh, I'm muted. Alright, let's start this over again. Borland, do you want to take over the starting lineup for today's race?
Yeah, so sitting on the front row, we got Lissa Swain, Gonzalez, very solid time by Josh. He'll probably be the favorite going into today. Starting third, Liam Tingley, owner of the series. See what he can do today, followed by Molina in that 22. He's been a mid-pack all practice, but if he can get the speed and some tire strat, he might be able to get up there. Of course, starting fifth, Michele Giovannini. That is a name to say. Starting fifth. This is his first start in the series, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do. And then follow him will be the last qualifier, Zachary Rains in the 98. Then, of course, you have your two starters who did not qualify. That would be Jerry Cook and then Brennan German, 73. That's your starting lineup, and yeah, should be fun.
Alright. Well, now we are just waiting for the race to start here. Shouldn't get a whole lot of caution, so there won't be a whole lot of breaks in between the race, and it'll just be flat out for 26 laps.
Yeah. You got to make sure, watch out for that 36 if he can get that restart, though. He's been known to pull away on these road courses, so just watch out for Alex Gonzalez in that 36.
Speaking of that 36, I believe he's just flipped in practice. That was brutal.
Ooh.
It looked like he backed into the tires and it just rolled. No damage to the engine though, so he could have kept going. Looks like Borland has hopped into the race chat channel, but we are getting ready.
Looks like they are lining up, and we'll be able to get started here soon.
Alright, well, as we wait for all the drivers to grid up, I guess let's go ahead and grid up so this can go on a little bit faster here, but there's the command to start the engines. Already sliding down the hill. Matter of fact,
Whenever you line up here, they always slide down the hill. Got to be careful, stay on the brake. And yeah, here we go.
You saw that 70, Jerry Cook, who I do not have the paint scheme for. This seems to be an issue for always one driver in the field. That lucky winner now here today is Jerry Cook, but here we come through the final corner, turn 13. Green flag.
Excellent start by that 36. Let's see what they can do in turn one.
Oh! And he does get spun by the 25 to singlet.
Multiple. That might be a restart here. Oh, one car got...
Looked like that was the 70 of Jerry Cook. That was a very swift restart here.
Brutal. This will be the second restart attempt.
Let's go ahead and grid again. There's the command again.
Of course. That 36 got a wonderful start, but Josh got to turn one. But that 36 got spun out by Molina, so.
Yeah, I believe that 22 just. I believe that 22 just sent in a little too hot there on the brakes and wiped the floor, wiped him out. So hopefully he doesn't do that again on accident. But as we come through turn 13 again.
Pace car is in. Green flag in the air. Great start by the front leaders.
You see, this time
Taking a little slowly.
This time Gonzalez gets away from that 22 nicely.
Wide.
But he went very wide in the grass. You see that 73 of German in the picture also sliding way out. Almost into the sand. But Gonzalez will have the line. And
excellent start by that 36, but here comes that 54. Josh Liziswin. Gonna be a drag race all the way on this stretch.
Looks like that 54 has cleared him going into the next corner. Still wheel to wheel though.
Here comes that 25 trying to take advantage.
See that 22 of Molina. Wow. What a battle we have going on here for the race lead. That 22 Molina not too far behind either. We have some wheel spin.
That 36 not giving up on that 54 though.
Oh, 25 of Tingley goes wide. Loses a spot or two.
Will not be caution.
Gonzalez sent it in way harder.
For that 25 of Liam.
He does get it gathered up. Looks like in 5th place, battling for it though. With I believe that's 73 German.
Looks like this one will lead lap 1, but that 36 is still there.
Yeah, he's keeping up very nice into turn 1 again. The officials have allowed the drivers to cut that corner, as it's basically the only way to get around there without spinning out. You see that 70 of Cook get a little out of shape going into the keyhole for the second time there.
Alex not able to do anything in that corner. He's probably going to try something here. Coming into that braking zone.
So that 54 of Liziswam, which has been redesigned for this week, get a little squirrely coming out of the keyhole. But he got it back gathered up. That 36 is not giving up, though. Oh, we do have a car way wide off the corner. That is Molina. And some wheel spin again from Liziswam. And Molina loses all that ground.
Off.
Looks like
25 looking on Jerry Cook for P4 right now.
Yeah, it looks like Cook is a little bit squirrely, but you can't blame him. He's on a keyboard for this race.
Actually, trying to rebound on Michele Giovanini for P7th. Of course, German P6.
He goes off again. This has gone from bad to worse. He might even get passed by Reigns here, who will have the run on the straightaway.
Whoa, Jerry Cook way into the wall. Liam will take P4.
Let's see if we can see what happened there. I believe he just missed his braking zone. That is exactly what he's done. He's lucky to have not hit the tire barrier as brutal as it could have. Looks like he misses another corner. I'm surprised that this 36 has been hanging on as well as he has. He's had a 126.0 in the qualifying session.
That 36 is not giving up on that 54, I'll tell you that.
As we go on board with him here, you see how much he just sends it in way deeper on the brakes. And that 54, here he comes to the inside, shoves him off the racing surface. And that will spin the 54 out, but your new leader is Alex Gonzalez. Looks like a 25 goes by. That's 70 as well of Jerry Cook, who's doing phenomenal right now on the keyboard. But, yeah, that 36 has a massive lead now. I believe that's going to extend the gap to roughly a second and a half. Nah, it looks like... Oh! He's slowing down. Maybe a nice gesture there from the 36.
Yeah.
But that'll give the 25 the lead here for the time being. Maybe a slowdown penalty from the officials. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But
Yeah. We will get confirmation on that soon. What will happen with the 36?
as looks like my co-commentator has gone down there to check if he did get a slowdown. But for the time being, that'll move Gonzalez down to third, and he is
So it looks
back.
like Alex was just giving Josh a nice gesture, so he'll drop down to P4 right here.
Looks like he did get by Cook for P3, so he's already rebounding nicely. But that'll give the lead to Liam Tingley, a guy we haven't really talked about all day.
Look at this, Josh. Still in P2 after getting wrecked by Alex, but might get him right here. We'll see.
Looks like the top four are only separated by roughly 2 seconds. Oh, we do have a car that goes off, though. It's Gonzalez, who started off this race miraculously well. But
Gonna be the battle for the lead right here. Tingley, Lisa Swain.
the two people who have dominated the schedule so far. I believe there are 2 of the 3 winners. I believe Malin won the first race, but after that, it's been the Tingley Liz Swain show. Tingley going into this season, I believe, only had 1 win. I believe he's extended that to 3 or 4 now.
Battle for the lead right here, 54. Trying to see if he can clear him, but won't be able to.
Through turn 12
Liam
and
hanging
into
on nicely.
13.
Ooh.
Looks like Liz Swain does get that pass going. Perfect move there. But
See if he can
Tingley's
get him into turn 1. Not going to be able to do it. See if he can do it in turns 2 and 3.
seems like Tingley is still right on that bumper. You see that 70 had barely gathered back up.
Molina's struggling in P7. Had a promising start, but unfortunately went off the track a couple times. He's stuck in P7.
I believe that 98 Zachary Rains might just be taking it easy. Last lap at 134.239, but compared to leaders who have set 125, 126. So speaking of the leaders, new leader.
Look at 25. Liam Tingley still trying to hang out. Oh, Tingley goes off the track. Josh.
Wheel to wheel still. Almost
Ooh.
contact. Looked like he shoved him a little bit, but that was pretty fair, if I do say so myself. He made it look very clean, but he'll go wide in the very next corner. Contact. This is some great racing here. Lap 5.
Attaboy to Jerry Cook. P3 on a keyboard. Wow.
Let's go on board with him. See how much he's jerking that wheel. You see, with a keyboard, you kind of have to twitch the wheel because it'll go full lock no matter what you do. Same thing with a controller, but for a keyboard, it's even harder.
Focusing on the leaders right now. That 25. Oh, 25 got loose. Here
Looks
comes
like
the 54.
they
See
go
what can
wheel
do
to
going
wheel
into
again.
Turns 2 and 3. See what happens here.
Into the keyhole.
Josh trying to get there.
Look who's here for the lead right now as well. Jerry Cook kind of lurking here.
Jerry Cook lurking in the back. Just hoping that these two make a mistake.
It's very possible as Tingley will take the lead for the time being. If we go into the next corner. No contact, into 5.
What a performance by that 25, though. After getting wrecked out like lap 1.
Oh!
Shoot. Speaking of that.
There all it goes. I believe he just punched the throttle. It did not work. And that'll give the lead to Liz Swain. Pretty handily over Cook. More spinning for the 25. Collects the 73 now. Will that be a caution?
It might be a caution.
We'll have to wait and see. Let's see what happened there. Yeah, I believe he just overcooked it coming out of turn number 5 there. And spun it around. Didn't hit anything. But he got it back going, and I think he just hit somebody. Alright, here he comes. He's getting back going. Spins the tires a little bit. Oh, that's where he spins it again. 73 at German.
And caution will come out. Wow.
Yep, there it is. I believe that 25 Tingley just overcooked it and collected German, who was kind of an innocent bystander in that one. Molina is blinking a lot now.
First caution of the day. Looking
And
through your top 5 here. Jerry Cook hanging on to P2 on a keyboard
right now,
on a road course.
right
Wow.
now, your running order, that Toyota Joshua Lizaswain has battled with 2 different people for the lead. Got dumped once. The second time, just worked his way back up. Jerry Cook in that other Toyota looking very strong. Unfortunately, we cannot see the paint scheme. Third is the 36 Dodge of Alexander Gonzalez, who's had a pretty good day. Usually a mid-pack driver here in the NRCS, but seems to be striving on these road courses. Behind him, that Ford Mustang, the only Mustang in the field. Nope, we do have 2 Mustangs. Scratch that. They are teammates. But Brandon German in that 73 running 5th. Or 4th, excuse me. 5th will go to Andres Molina for the time being, who takes it from Liam Tingley, who's spun and is now in 6th place. 7th is that 71 Ford Mustang of Respect Racing for Michele Giovannini. And 8th, who's still catching up, he's having a lot of trouble. It's that 98 is Zachary Reigns. And that number
Reigns
98.
has been struggling all day.
I don't know if he's just missed the mark, didn't get enough practice or what, but been running by himself all day. He's going to have to rely on some DNFs here.
Pit should be open this time, and they'll get the 1 to go.
We'll see.
See who will pit or not. I know tires might be an important factor here.
There they all go. I don't think there's going to be a single person that stays out. We'll have to see what Reigns does, but as we come down pit road, maybe a gamble or two here. You see that 70 at Cook into his pit stall, the first one in, but he misses it by a mile. And there's Lizaswain coming in for his tires. See if 4 tires will go on this number 54 machine. Looks like they will. There's Reigns coming into his stall in the background, and that 54 gets away first. Behind him, the 36 hops a position.
Molina with a nice stop, too.
3rd place for him. Cook had a terrible pit stop, missed his pit stall. I believe that's where most of these people got their positions from. Tingley also with a pretty bad pit stop. That'll put German in P5. As we head on to the next lap. I believe we are on lap number 8 out of 26. Yes, we are. And if you're Josh Lizaswain, who are you looking out for right now?
That 36, he's back in P2. I mean, you saw what he did in the first opening couple laps, so
Yeah, he was
keep an eye on the 36.
very
Also, that 25 might be there, but nice rebound for the 22, though.
that 22.
Back in P3.
That 22, Molina might have figured out the track even better now. So maybe he'll be in contention for something here. Could get a top 5 finish. One of his first of the season. Maybe his first of the season. In that number 22.
Of course,
Polar car.
German in the 73, top 5 right now. Well, see what he can do in that restart, but it's been Josh, Alex, and Liam so far this race. See what they can do here. Be lap 9 out of 26.
As we come through those sweeping corners of 7 and 8. Or, I believe that's 7 and 8. No, that's 10 and 11. Whoopsies. Who turned 12?
Alright. Green flag back out. What a start by the 70.
Jerry Cook hops a position, but Andres Molina comes right back. Been very strong going through turn 1 on these restarts here. And we'll pull even with that 70.
Yeah, Josh just pulled away there. Here comes that 25 for P5.
Hard on the brakes for the keyhole. Look at Jerry Cook, a perfect pass.
Cook.
But it won't stick.
Here comes that 36. Jerry Cook seeing if he can clear this 36 by the time we get to the other corners, but
yeah, we are side by side going into turn number 4. This should be interesting. Gonzalez has the preferred line. But Cook will be able to cut it back. Maybe he can get a better run through 5. You see Tingley going for that pass on German.
Turn 6, Molina and Jerry Cook. Molina's gonna get P3.
Through the S's, I believe we did have some contact. And through A. I'm at 9. We are bumper to bumper for this P2 spot here. Meanwhile, Liz Swain is loving this right now. Pulls away even more. Let's see what the gap is this lap. We have to wait for all the drivers to cross the line. Unfortunately, that's going to take a while. We do have a driver in the final corner still, but looks like a pretty sizable gap here. Roughly a second, maybe? No, 1.6.
Just a 1.68 advantage right here from Alex. So Alex trying to close that up, but he's got a mirror full of Jerry Cook. Jerry Cook hanging on with a keyboard P3.
Andres Molina not too far behind either. You see Liam Tingley has finally gotten by that 73 of German. Into 4. Does Josh make a mistake? Maybe overcook it, trying to extend that gap? So far, he's been very consistent by himself. It's when he's battling when he starts making those mistakes, like you saw with Liam Tingley there.
Beautiful turn 9 by Josh. Keeping that advantage from Alex. See what he can do right
Down
here in
turn
10.
Down Thunder Valley and under the bridge through turn 10, turn 11. Onto the straightaway, very short straightaway before you go downhill into the blind corner in turn 12. Probably the most difficult corner on the track, I'd say.
Yeah, that corner makes for some great last lap finishes, I'll tell you that from experience, but
If you're wondering what he's referring to here, 2004 Redneck Online Bush Series, Richard Pleasant leading on the last lap, overcooked it in turn number 12. Went down the pit road, had to slow down to avoid getting a penalty, and that driver of the 88 Hillsborough Chevrolet of Nick Borland at the time got his one and only Bush Series victory.
yeah, before Bush shut down, well, you know, that's a story for another day. Anyways, back to the leaders. Alex closing that gap up to 0.86. Oh, he's there. He's messed up in turn 4, but
last lap he cut the
still
gap
very
in half. Went from 1.6 to 0.8.
You look at that top 5 right now. They're close to him. Like,
yeah, he makes one mistake,
It's
he's
not-
got a whole train of cars behind him. It's not like a usual Joshua Liza Swain road course race where he's dominating.
of course, Josh loving this right now, battling, give him the advantage to pull away, but Jerry Cook not able to clear Alex just yet.
He
See
slid a
you
little
can do
bit.
in turns 10 and 11.
He's working that wheel. Or, sorry, that keyboard.
Oh, we got somebody off the track. The 98 is Zachary Rains. He's been struggling all day. Unfortunate for that 98.
This might be breaking of minimal speed rule here. He's just going very slow through a lot of corners. Overcooking the car. Having trouble shifting through the gears, but let's see how big the gap is now. It looks like it has returned to that 1.6 advantage that he had not too long ago. Molina off the course. Gathers it back up, but drops back to 5th, maybe 6th. Depends on how good of a corner that 73 gets, but that...
Liam trying to pass Jerry here, going into turn 4. Let's see if he can make it stick here.
So far he's gone from...
Not going to be enough.
So far he's gone from 6th to 4th here today.
Yeah. Liam probably has the second best car here. Let's see what he can do. He's been making a pretty clean run so far.
Don't count out this 36 or 70 either. They both are there. But
right now, Josh still maintaining a pretty sizable gap, but Alex trying to close in on him.
We are roughly halfway through this race.
Speaking of that, Jerry Cook looking on Alex Gonzalez for P2.
And it looks like he cannot secure the gap.
Liam's there. Ooh.
Oh, that...
Speaking of contact.
I got that 70 out of shape. He gets back at it up, but Liam Tingley up to P3 as Molina goes off the course again. And another lap led on the day for Joshua Lizaswain, but it's not been a typical Joshua Lizaswain road course day, for sure.
Normally he has like a 5.7 second gap, but
Oh, well, it might go pretty big here. So that
oh,
36 go off the course.
Jerry Cook
Oh!
just passed.
Molina off the course, gets back gathered up and going again, but German gets by for P5. That 25 is just getting such a good turn, too. Gives him a great run off and into 4. See how much he's catching that 70.
The 54 has such a good braking zone going into 4.
Well,
But
25's figured out turn 2. Looks like that 54 figured out turn 4. It basically evens out.
that gap not increasing though. Gonzalez not giving up.
I'll tell you what, that 54 is smoking that tire coming through the S's. That could
It
be
is
concerning for the tire wear as we go into 11 again.
gonna be about halfway through this race here. Josh just putting on a show.
And as you see, oh, Liam off the course again. See if we can see what
Liam
happened.
spins too. Wow.
See if we can see what happened here. I think he
25.
just overcooked it. Yeah, into 11. Just way too late on the brakes. Very easy mistake to make through that corner. You think you can outbrake yourself, and you just go spinning off into that tire barrier. Speaking of somebody who's done that, this 36 did it in happy hour. Flipped over, but they got the car repaired right before the race, and they're back out here.
Cherry trying to take over that 36 right now, but it's not sticking. See what we can do in turn 4 here, but
And Joshua Lizaswain actually lost a little bit of time, roughly 2/10 to that 36. So he is eating at the gap. He's making less mistakes now than he was earlier. That could be the difference.
that 36 trying to figure out that braking zone in turn 4, but
I believe he got it better that time.
speaking of battles here for P5, that 22 Molina and that 73 Brandon German
Looks like
trying to get a top 5.
Looks like that 73 has some major left side damage. You can see that wheel almost in contact. Are those teammates? I think they might be. Even though they're different manufacturers. Respect Racing likes to do this thing where they have like 2 different manufacturers for the teams. But this 36 going off the course again gives Jerry Cook a little bit of a chance. Another lap.
Josh is absolutely loving this. Jerry Cook and Alex have not been able to pull away from each other. They've been under a blanket pretty much the entire run.
We do have that 8th place car, a minute 8 seconds off from the leaders. He could get lapped in a couple laps here. That should be interesting.
He could get lapped, yeah. That might be a huge factor here.
If it's into a crucial braking zone, that could be an issue. As he comes off of 2, that 98 is in 4, or off of 3, excuse me.
Of course, you got Liam Tingley, P4. Unfortunate day for him. Keeps spinning out a couple times, but still has a solid P4 here. He's hoping for a caution.
As Liam would say, a cool, easy 4th. But
Jerry Cook still giving Alex Gonzalez pressure, but
I don't
Alex
know.
doing a nice job holding him off and trying to catch Josh Lizaswain here.
Oh, he smoked the tires too. Well, they both did. Tire wear might not even be a factor here. They are approaching that lapper very fast. He's coming off of turn number 13. They're coming through turn 11. So, only a couple corners behind now. I believe that gap has extended.
What that lapper does, he'll probably just let him go by, but there's always that chance
Oh,
that
speaking
the lapper
of,
might try to block.
Speaking of, he's gone way off the course and onto the racing surface again. Ooh, this could be interesting. I don't know if he knows the leader's coming.
He got stuck in the wall and had to respawn. Wow.
Well, that's not a factor anymore.
No.
The gap has shortened by 1/10 of a second, but
Still a 2.66 gap though.
yeah. This might be where the 54 shows his muscle at these road course tracks. He loves these tracks.
Cook screwed up a little bit in turn 3, so that'll give Alex a little bit of a gap to start eating away at Josh's lead, but
Looked like that 36 went way later on the brakes. Looked like he gained a lot in that braking zone. And he actually made it stick. He might have to do that some more. Might even be able to get back up there. But, yeah, the gap for Liam Tingley behind the leader has extended to 10 seconds, so I think those tires are shot from spinning all those times. Yeah, it was a disappointing day for Zachary Rains. Started off his NRCS career with a second-place finish at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Or, sorry, no, he did that at Martinsville. But this week, very disappointing.
Liam, I think, went off the track again. Unfortunate.
Yeah, he did go off the track in 11 again. That's been a trouble zone for him. That 36 drags a lot of dirt back onto the track as he comes to turn 13.
Josh increases that lead to 3.4 seconds.
It's been a very dominant showing.
See, Gonzalez slides there a little bit, but
We're on lap, I believe, 17 now. So 10 laps to go in this event.
what Alex is hoping here for Josh to make a mistake, but I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know at these types of tracks, so.
As that 98, I believe, has called it quits. I'll see if we can drag him into the booth here. Unfortunate day for him, but yeah, he can do better next week for sure. But let's drag him into the booth here. Zachary, you got a copy?
Yes.
Unfortunately, your day has basically ended unless a caution comes out, but you did get a second place in your first start. How are you feeling about this still fresh season?
Well, I got a good start in the last race, and I was kind of hoping to carry that momentum, but I lost second gear on the initial start here, and so I think my day is going to have to end early here, because I don't think I'm going to make it up. I think I'm 3 laps down at this point, so my day's probably done.
All right. Well, any sponsors or people you want to thank here before I drag
Shout
back?
out to 0 to 60 Racing, the greatest racing team in all the land.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and drag you back into the race chat here. And that was the number 98, Zachary Rains. Always a pleasure to talk to, but
Unfortunate day for him, but
he'll get him next time, hopefully.
field much more spread out. What Alex actually smoked the
Closed it by a second last lap.
That 36 is grinding, that's for sure.
If he can just have more laps like that one, he might actually go up pretty close to this lead here. But,
Looks like we got another one in pit road. Looks like German.
I believe Brandon German's tires are just shot. Yeah, he came in for those 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles. Gave up that track position to do it, but maybe it'll pay off.
NASCAR should really switch to Firestone. Just my personal opinion, but
I don't want to get political or anything, but what the hell is a Goodyear?
Anyways, back to the race. Now going to be lap 19 here.
Alright.
That 54 just absolutely dominant today. Had some competition in the beginning.
Oh, the 70! 70 into pit road. I don't know if that was intentional or accidental.
Oh, Reigns is back out. Wow.
Well, looks like they have tried to come back out with that gearbox problem. The gap back up to 3.6 seconds, unfortunately.
That 70, though, in pit road. Tire is probably shot here. So it looks like that 25 will probably move into P3 here. So.
But, yeah. Liam Tingley just, going at it, praying for a caution. He basically needs one at this point. We've got most of the race screwed. 54, Liz Swain just hauling right now.
thing about Josh is he knows how to conserve tires on these road courses, so
A lot of these drivers don't know how to do that either, so.
Josh with a major advantage here. You saw Jerry had to pit there. Unfortunate day for him. He still retains P4 though, so excellent day for him on a keyboard. Oh, we got Molina spinning in turn 4.
Oh, yes, he has. Jerry Cook up to that spot now. I believe Molina might have come in for new tires as well. Giovannini has had a problem himself as well. I don't know what.
Oh, Alex is coming in. Wow.
I don't know. Maybe they're coming in for new tires. Maybe he can't make it on fuel after all.
Maybe you can't make it on fuel.
I'm thinking that's what it has to be. As Nick Borland has gone back into the race chat for reconnaissance. Let's see if he can interview some of those crew chiefs here and see if they can make it on fuel. But I don't know. As that 25 has come in for fuel and tires as well.
Yeah, Josh is maybe come to the pit here. Everybody's pitting, so
I don't know, but that'll give Jerry Cook second place for the time being. This is a very tight battle for this second spot now. We saw Cook just got an amazing pit entry. At first, I thought he just missed the corner, but no, he was sending them hard into pit road. As we'll watch this 54 here, see if he brings it in for 4 fresh tires and some Sunoco fuel, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for the no tire here just to hold on to the spot. I mean, his tires are much better than everybody else's, apparently. See if he comes it in this time. There he is, yes.
So the leader has to execute this perfectly.
But
Battle for
second spot still rages on. As they're 9. Go on board with this 36 again. See how much he just sends it in on the braking zones compared to that 70 car. Yeah, and that 54 had a very long pit stop, but he'll get out way in front of these guys.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate for that 70. He was hoping to gain some time.
Yeah.
Pit stop, but
Unfortunate, yeah. He was trying to haul, but Josh just executed that perfectly.
let's see what the gap is.
He slid a little bit in turn 3.
See what the gap is now, but looks pretty sizable. I believe we've had a glitch here. It says it is 32.2 seconds. I believe that is because
yeah.
I believe that is because he crossed the line as he was coming down his pit stall. So we'll wait for that gap to refresh.
Lap car here. Reigns is going to be in the way of Lissa Swain, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, Reigns back out on the track as we mentioned earlier. About 4 minutes off, 3 laps. But
top 4 has been the same all race long, pretty much. In between that 54, 70, 36, and 25, Molina's been there, but just hasn't been able to capitalize on it. So
yeah, we are approaching the end of this one. 6 laps to go. Here in the Mid-Ohio 100K, he holds the inside. We'll let him by.
98, gonna let that 54 go. So not gonna be a non-factor coming to, I believe, 4 to go right here.
5 laps to go.
5 to go, because I don't know how to count.
I believe 5 to go. We'll have to wait and see what the gap is, but yes, 5 laps to go. Alright. The gap, we wait for that to refresh, but the gap is very sizable now. I think Liz Swain's got this in the bag unless a caution comes out. 8.224. It's the gap now between Liz Swain and Cook. Jerry Cook having a career day, meanwhile. He's moved his way up in the second spot from a non-qualified. I believe he started dead last on the day.
Fortunate for him, but
what a rebound for him. Goes from 8th to 2nd.
Yeah, Jerry Cook, absolute.
Looks like the 98.
And on a keyboard, no less.
Looks like that 98 is finally retired. You see that 25 go off the course again in 4.
Unfortunate day for Liam.
Yeah.
25 all the way in P7th. Unfortunate for him.
P6 looks like he's still holding on ahead of Michele Giovannini. It was probably the closest thing to being lapped right now.
Yeah. Battle for second right here. Alex trying to catch on Jerry Cook. He's got around 4 laps to do it, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do here.
Yeah, indeed. We're approaching the end of this one, lap 23. 4 laps to go.
Pretty uneventful for Yellows today, only 1 caution.
Yeah. There's still the prospect of another one, but very minimal.
Yeah. The only way I can see a caution here is if the 36 and 70 wreck out, but
That might give... Oh, speaking, I was about to say that might give Liam a new hope, but he went off the course again, up to 4th
yeah,
again. But
Liam's struggling here later at the race. Unfortunate for him.
he's not gonna have to worry about Andres Molina for him. Luckily for him, but
Yeah, 25. Ooh,
54 is
speaking of
early.
this, 36 trying to dig on that 70.
Yeah, that battle is heating up. They take each other out. That could be a caution.
That would be a perfect opportunity for Liam.
Yeah, Liam could easily steal this one away if that happened. Because he'd probably get by both of them and take that spot. But as Josh works his way through 12 and into 13.
Jerry Cook off
Oh!
the track.
You saw that
Ooh,
54
22.
54 got very squirrely off the final corner there. As that 22 goes off course again, that will heat up the battle for 5th between Jeremy and Molina. But yeah, 3-1 for these guys back here.
Molina gets it back going.
It's a massive gap right now. 10 seconds as it seems.
Alex looking on Jerry Cook for P2 right now. He's going to get to his bumper, but not going to be able to do anything much. Oh.
He just cannot get by.
These two have been going at it all race long for that P2 spot. So, oh, Alex is there. Might get him here.
I think he will. Into 4. He outbreaks him. Cook may try the crossover here, but I don't think it's going to work. Gives him the bumper a little bit as they go up into 5.
Wow.
I don't put him up into P2. That is huge for the points, but Cook just sends it in. And under the bridge, into turn 10 goes Joshua Liziswain, just trying to get to that 2 to go. And obviously the white flags. The white flag would mean that the race would end no matter what. And unless he spins, I don't see him choking away that lead. 2 laps to go. Liziswain has been smoking those tires, being way more aggressive now that he knows there is no final pit stop. Or rather, he's already come in for it.
Oh, Josh off the track. Oh.
Oh, very loose. See if we can see what happened, but he got it back gathered up. Yeah, I think he just overshot turn 2, just trying to haunt at himself. I think after that, he's gonna take it easier.
Yeah.
He almost wrecked it again. That car looks loose. He's been doing this all race. He goes off the course again. Oh, yeah, that looks very loose. His tires look shot. That 36 is closing in. I don't know if the 54 is just taking it way more aggressively on the power or something, but that thing looks very loose.
Made the white flag here.
Loose, if you will, tight loose. He looks tight on entry, and then on exit it just slides out. But white flag will come out for the number 54, Joshua Liziswain. I believe he's looking for his 2nd win on the season. Spins the tires again as we wait.
See what he does in turns 2 and 3 here.
Everyone
Got really loose. Last lap.
That 36 actually goes in by 2.5 seconds. And he does go off the course again.
Goes off the track.
At 36, just being focused on being smooth and consistent. Might even have a shot here if this 54 goes majorly off the course. But into turn 4. Just smoothly through the gears. Oh! Does go off the course again. Very squirrely. Gathers it back up though. The gap getting smaller. Ooh, that thing looks very, very loose, but he's holding on.
Molina spinning on the front stretch, but still white.
Alright, through turn 10, he went a little wide here last time, but... more wheel spin. That gap definitely shrunk in this final lap, but
yeah.
as long as he could just get through this corner fine.
Make it, yeah.
Whoa! He almost spins it. He does spin it! Oh!
Spin it.
Oh! Here comes the 36! 36 takes the win! Alex Gonzalez the winner here at Mid-Ohio.
The winner.
How? Wow! What a finish! Joshua Lizaswain spins on the final lap here at Mid-Ohio. And your race winner is Alexander Gonzalez. Smoking on the front stretch. Smoking right now. Just trying to make it through. Let's see if we can get him in the booth here. I don't know if that 36 has a mic, but wow. What a
36. What a finish. Wow. Josh on the radio, no grip whatsoever.
Yeah, he looked very loose, but I don't know if that.
Drag Alex in here.
I don't even know if he has a mic.
This was not my race
Alex,
to win.
you in here? Alex,
yes.
you got a copy?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Dude, what are you thinking right now? Wow.
That was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie.
That was crazy, dude. You were grinding on that last lap.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I was going for it. I mean, Josh was better than all of us, you know, during the entire race, but I knew that he was starting to have some problems, so I started pushing, and once I got by Jerry, I started pushing even harder to get to him, and he screwed it up really bad on the last lap.
Yeah, so. Amazing finish. Anybody want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Dodge, giving me this great engine, Marsh for sponsoring my car, and my whole family giving me lots of support.
All right, fantastic. Well, congratulations on the win. Best of luck to you in the following races.
Yeah, thank you.
I have accidentally gotten dragged. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can interview anybody else to see if Jerry Cook, if we can get a copy for him. But drag the 70 in the booth here. Career best finish for him. Jerry, you got a copy? He's muted right now, but I'm waiting to see if that mute goes away.
Jerry, you got a copy, bud?
I don't think he does. Just as a precaution, if I see his mic go unmuted again, I'll drag him in here again. But let's go ahead and get that 54 in here. The heartbreak.
Josh, you got a copy, man?
What do you want?
Dude, what happened there? What happened?
I overdrove the car, and then there was no grip on the rear tires off the last corner. I spun it. I couldn't get in reverse because my fucking gear shifter broke.
Well, you were dominating.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, you were gone there. You got a lot of laps. How do you feel about your chances in the points now? You finished out of your points rival Liam Tingley here.
I'm not worried about the points. I just wanted that win. It sucks we had to lose it in the last corner.
Well, before we let you go here, any sponsors, people you want to thank you?
I mean, the engine held up beautifully, so Amsoil really making those pistons work hard, even though I couldn't get them to fire at the end there. Stalled it on the straightaway, but that was my fault. Moxie, you know, keeping me nice and hydrated the whole race, and Gillette, you know, keeping me nice and shaved. Thank you all.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week here for I forget what track we're at, but I'll check here in a second. Let's see. Who else can we drag in here? Who had a good day today? Yeah, let's bring in Liam. Up and down day.
Liam, you got a copy?
I do.
Dude, all around day for you. Finished at 4th. What happened to your car? You were spinning on a couple laps there.
Yeah, I guess I didn't practice enough. But it looked like it was a good finish, so I suppose that's good, right?
Yeah. Would you like to thank anybody? Any sponsors?
Well, thank you guys for broadcasting this. Hopefully, it was entertaining for anyone and everyone who tuned in. And tune in next week as well for round 6.
All right, Liam Tingley, league owner, and P4. Thanks for talking to us. Well, I think that's everybody. What an awesome race.
Alrighty then. And, well, that'll end your broadcast here for tonight's race at Mid-Ohio. But, yeah, all in all, very exciting one here. We don't have a lot scheduled for the rest of the week. Matter of fact, I don't think we have another race scheduled for us until Saturday. Saturday, the EPRS heads to Atlanta for the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. That should be an interesting one. Tyler Mountain, obviously your winner yesterday at Daytona, couldn't get the squad together to record it, unfortunately, but just know that he won the race. Expect a recap video to go up shortly. I believe, actually, if I'm not mistaken, Brandon German, the league owner, posted a recap video. I'll put it in the description of this video. But, and then next Sunday, we got Pocono for the Exalta We Paint Winners 500 for the NASCAR Reddit Cup Series. We do have a Redneck Online race scheduled, the MBNA Rice Points 400 at Dover, but we are struggling to find a scheduled date for that one.
Whenever that comes up, yeah.
But
that's a whole different story, though.
Yeah, and that's the end of your broadcast. Again, Alex Gonzalez, the winner, his first career victory. We'll see you next week.